Isn't it comedic how right whenever you say, I'm done with toxic patterns, that the universe sends you one more person just to check, see if you meant it? Or the moment that you feel healed, boom, someone from your past pops up like, hey, stranger. And you're just like, is this a test? So let's talk about the funny and slightly humbling ways that the universe tests you in love. Because let's face it, if you don't laugh, you just might cry. And here's the truth, guys, the universe doesn't test you to mess with you, it tests you to show you what you've actually learned. And sometimes the timing, the patterns, the situations are so on point that it almost feels intentional. The one more time situation, let's talk about that because you've already been through it. You've learned the lesson. You've had this realization, and then the same type of situation shows up again. Different person, same energy. And you're just like, wait, didn't I graduate from this already? And that's the moment where the real question is, will you choose differently this time? And the biggest one, or one of the biggest ones, is that random comeback text. Out of nowhere, somebody from your past will always resurface. No warning, no reason, just a perfectly timed, hey, I've been thinking about you. And suddenly you're faced with, do I respond from who I used to be or who I've become? Do you even respond at all? And then we get that almost perfect person with one major lesson. The person that you meet who checks almost every box. Connection, yes. Chemistry, yes. Potential, definitely. But there's one thing, one pattern, one behavior, one misalignment, and it's just enough to make you question everything. And that's where the test is. Do you ignore it because everything else feels good? Or do you honor what you know isn't aligned? The next one is, or the next thing really seems to be the timing twist. You meet someone amazing, but the timing is off, and you're finally ready, and they're not. And it's like the universe is saying, can you trust the process, even when it doesn't line up how you want? The silence, there is a silence that makes you overthink everything. Everything was going fine, and then silence. No message, no explanation, and your mind starts spinning. What did I do? Should I reach out? Did something change? But the real test is, can you stay grounded in yourself without chasing clarity? So let's ground this a little bit because it matters. This isn't about believing the universe is playing games with you. It's not about overanalyzing every situation or assuming that everything is some big test. Sometimes things just happen, but when patterns repeat, that's where awareness comes in, not paranoia, but awareness. So I want to be truthful with you guys. The universe has a funny way of showing you what you've learned, and it can be annoying because you just want to get it right. And you're like, good God, we're going to go through this again. And unfortunately, yes. And it will do this by putting you right back in front of it. It's not to trip you up, but to give you the chance to choose differently and show you how far that you've come. And when you do choose differently, that's when you realize you've actually grown. So hopefully, if this made you laugh or feel a little called out, make sure you subscribe to the channel because we're keeping it real about love and growth and all the unexpected moments in between. And I want to hear from you guys. What's the funniest text you feel like you've experienced in love? Drop it in the comments, guys. I'll see you in the next video.